Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 13th, 2018, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, starting at 10:30 South African time out of Switzerland, SNB, the Swiss National Bank, will have a monetary policy coming out. And then later in the day at 3:30 South African time, Central Bank of Europe will have a press conference. That's an important event as well. So just two major events coming out today. But let's take a look at the market wrap up from yesterday. In terms of the British pound, it's riding a roller coaster. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. The Australian dollar looks like it's perking up and starting to rally a little bit above its support level. We'll take a look at that. In terms of the indices, the Dow Jones tapers off after bouncing from 23,900-ish level to 24,700-ish level. That was the levels. And now it tapers off a little bit to 23,600. We'll take a look at that. In terms of the commodities, volume still very low. Not much of a move yesterday. And that's really, indicative of the times. We're not in a recession yet that the gold should start, perking higher. However, with the OPEC in terms of oil, still nothing really decisive there in terms of production. So we're status quo in terms of commodities. In terms of the stocks, Apple bounces after breaking $170 a share. Okay, that's really an important number. And then Facebook above 143, but retraces. Okay, we got that little tapering off of Facebook that we expected. But let's take a look at the markets today and see what we can expect. So for those type of traders that are trading intraday, the scalpers as we call them in the market, this type of trades are really great. Okay, you got to be in front of the computer most of the day to be able to do it. But there's volatility. Okay, we're looking here at the GBP USD. We traded between yesterday from 124 80-ish level to 126.68-ish level, almost 180 pips, okay, range. That's a major range to be trading in, even if you're chasing it a little bit, but as long as you're in front of the computer and you're able to take these small little trades in and out, and not fight the tape as it rallies up, you have tremendous amount of potential here to make money. So, you just have to just acclimate yourself to the type of trading and the type of environment that you find yourself in. And yesterday was one of those type of environments where you could really make a lot of money in a short period of time of just scalping throughout the whole day. I mean, this has really been something that, you don't see this type of volatility every day, okay? So looking at what happened yesterday with Theresa May, I don't want to get into the fundamentals of it all, but if we look at a daily chart, we capitulated here at 125-ish level, just breaking that as you can see here, and bounced right above it to 126.25-ish level. Real next resistance is right there at 126.57. So just be aware of that if we don't break that on the high side, okay, let's highlight that to make sure that we got it up. There you go, that's the resistance level, okay? So if we don't break above it, I do believe that we'll continue selling off, okay? This little just perk, as you could see here, doesn't even show up on a map on a weekly chart. So we're still looking at this as a breach of this 126-ish support-ish level. Okay, so with that in mind, just keep that in mind as we trade that later today. Now, looking at the Aussie dollar, this is the perking up that I was discussing before. As you can see, it's trading at 72.36-ish level, breaking the moving averages on the upside on a 4-hour chart. Okay, now this is generally, if it does continue this rally, I believe it will continue going to the 73-ish level. Might not happen today or tomorrow, but moving forward the next couple of days, if it does continue this rally, does have momentum, we could definitely see that actually fruit, especially since the Dow Jones has gotten stronger. The US dollar generally gets weaker as the Dow Jones gets stronger. Now, lastly, looking at the euro as well, not much going on here, 1370-ish level, trading in a really, now I don't want to say tight range, but trading in a range, okay? There's no trending market right now besides the fact that we're, consolidating here between the 114-ish level and 113-ish level. We find ourselves right in the smack in the middle of that almost. So with that said, I don't expect any sort of, surprises today with the ECB press conference. Now, jumping into the Dow Jones, this is what I was talking about, tapering off a little bit. If we look here, we're kind of having a little bit of a challenge breaking above this 24,800-ish level. We're trading right now 24,600-ish level. Looking at some of, the big CEOs talking, the other day, markets in the States are strong, okay? Besides the geopolitical issues that are going internationally right now, which is weighing down on the markets, if you look at durable goods orders, you look at manufacturing, everything is up. Everything is business as usual, full steam ahead. Everything is doing fine. However, with all this geopolitical issues that are perking up all the time between Russia and the United States, between China and the United States, between Brexit, adds a lot of fog to the market environment. And with that, the markets don't like, uncertainty, and therefore it's taking this, backtrip. When that fog actually clears, I expect the markets to actually take off, maybe challenge the 26,000 again as we, clear that fog. So keep that in mind as we continue trading this into the end of the year. Now, not to say that we might not have another, challenging month or two and test the lows of 24,000. However, the market is still strong. So with that said, just keep that at the back of your mind as you're trading these markets. Now, looking at the DAX, really, that was the one that tapered off at 10,995. We have a resistance level at 11,000. So keep that in mind. If we do have any retracement, we might have it today. Volume's going to start, decreasing as we get closer to Christmas time, obviously. And with that said, okay, looking at Apple, as we mentioned earlier, 168, breaking that 170-ish level and capitulating at 164. So this has really gotten beaten up the worst, okay, because it stands the most to lose versus China right now. Okay, so with that said, you're going to have to really keep an eye on what's going on in the political news to see how these stocks are actually going to, unfold coming into the next year. And then lastly, looking at Facebook at 144, as we hit this 146, I expect 143 to be a minor support level. I'm not sure if that's going to actually hold this up at these levels, so keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day.